Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This was a really good week and also not a very good week, so I'm gonna get into that. I'm glad you're here. Last time I talked to you, it was right before I was headed on a road trip, and I had done two 42-hour fasts back to back with like a 6-hour window or something like that in between. And I lost 2 pounds last week and I was feeling really good. And that's where I left off. And then I ended my fast, and then the next morning I went on a road trip with 2 of my friends. So I went with them for the purpose of going on this crazy hike that I've literally wanted to do for like 4 or 5 years, and I've just never made the time to go. So it's this hike called Angel's Landing in Zions National Park. I don't know if I've said this to you guys before, but a couple months ago, I made a list of 30 things I wanted to do before I turned 30, which is in February. So I decided this is the best time to go before it's winter because it was on my list, and it's hard to go when there's like snow on the trail because it's actually a really dangerous hike.
Happy 30th, Katie! Woo!
So anyway, I went down and I went on this hike. And my 2 friends that I was with actually got laryngitis and just like weren't really into doing this hike, which is fine. It's my dream, not theirs. But so there's this shuttle you have to take like up the canyon to get to the different hikes in Zions. And so I left them at a lower shuttle stop and I kept going. And honestly, I was pretty nervous to do this hike on my own because it is kind of dangerous, and just doing it in general, it was making me nervous, and I don't like to do things alone very often. But there's something that I've been telling myself, which I heard somewhere, I'm not sure where, but basically it says that nervousness and excitement are the same reaction in your brain. And so if you can trick your brain into thinking that you're excited and not that you're nervous, your body has the same response to both emotions. So you can kind of easily trick your brain from switching to nervousness to excitement. So I told myself I was not nervous, I was excited, I was gonna do it. And so I get on the bus and I go to the shuttle stop, and actually on the bus, I met this girl. And I went up and asked her if she was hiking Angel's Landing too. And she was like, yes, are you? And are you by yourself? And I was like, yeah, girl. So we ended up doing the entire hike together, and she was the cutest girl. Be our tour guide.
Oh, okay. Hi. Welcome to Angel's Landing.
Yes.
We thought this was top.
Where is the top?
So, those little ants along that ridge, that's where we're destined.
Can I zoom? Oh, yeah. Right up there. And she did the hike with me, which was super cool. So I made a friend, and I also got to check off a bucket list item that I've really been wanting to do, and it exceeded my expectations. It was pretty scary. It was as scary as I thought it would be, but it was absolutely gorgeous. And so for, I think, a mile of the hike, you have to hike with these chains. You hold on to these chains as you hike up this dome, and there's like cliffs and huge drop-offs on both sides of you. And then you have like a narrow pathway to walk, and it's sandstone. So the sandstone is slippery, and there's also like sand on top of the sandstone, so it makes it super slick. So you have to like hold on to the chain basically the entire way that you're hiking. And it's honestly pretty scary. So the hike was 5 miles, and it was basically like straight up and then straight down the whole way. And so my legs have been pretty sore since then. Finally, they're feeling better now, but I got to like fulfill that dream, and I'm so happy that I did it. And I can check that off of my list of 30 things. And the rest of the trip was really low key. We like hung out at the hot tub and at the pool, and we ate a lot. And honestly, I didn't maintain my alternate day fasting on this trip. I did actually opt to skip a couple of meals, and most days we didn't start eating until pretty late. I think I skipped 2 different meals, and I just like sat there while my friends ate, which was totally fine. And it's totally against my nature. Like, honestly, we went to a restaurant and I was not hungry at all, but I was like looking at the food and it looked so good. And it was just like a really good restaurant that I'd never been before. And so I wanted to try things, but I told myself, like, I literally talked myself out of eating for like 10 minutes because it looked so good. And I just had this dialogue back and forth, and finally I was like, don't do it. This is stupid. There's no reason to eat. You're not hungry. And so I just skipped a meal. And then I enjoyed my meal later on that day way better because I was actually hungry when I ate. So anyway, I did that, and then I got back this week and I did do a 24-hour fast yesterday. And then today I fasted until like 2 o'clock. But I'm having a hard time kind of fasting longer than 24 hours since I've been back. And I think that has to do with just not eating very well on my trip. So I did go to Trader Joe's today and I got a bunch of things that I'm hoping will help me fast. I got some new teas to try and some coffee and a couple of things. I also got a few keto foods to try to keep myself eating keto, even if I'm not fasting as long as I want to. I'm going to be trying to eat more low carb, and I will show you what I bought. Okay, Trader Joseph's food haul. These are eggs, which are super good for keto, and they're easy to pack back and forth to my houses, which is kind of what I'm going for with this food that I bought. This is a new seltzer water brand. I haven't tried this yet, but it's cranberry lime, and it's the Trader Joe's brand. These are some raspberries that I add to my raspberry fruit bowls that are keto. I add these blueberries as well, some low sugar fruit, and then some heavy whipping cream that I make whipped cream out of, with cinnamon in it as well. And then I add these walnuts to the bowl, and then I do chia seeds also. And then I've decided to actually add some peanut butter and just add some protein to those bowls. These are some cold brewed coffee that's just basically coffee, and I got these because I was spending all of my money at Starbucks, so hopefully these teas will also help that issue, to stop spending all my money there. Coffee and tea really do help fasting, make it a lot easier though. That's a chai tea that I want to try. Did you know that chai tea from Starbucks has like 50 grams of sugar? So anyway, I'm going to try that instead. This is some marinara sauce that I'm going to be using with my meatballs, and then just some cheese. And then I also just put in, oh, these are chocolates. They have 2 carbs in them, and they are good for when you need a sweet snack. And then I put my face wash in here just so that you guys can tell how much this haul actually costs, like, because I bought that as well. And so here's the total. And because I haven't really fasted very well this week, and also because I'm PMSing and I've kind of binge ate a little bit, which always happens the week before my period, I'm not going to weigh myself, because just for my mental clarity and my mental health, when I weigh myself and I know that I've gained weight, like, it makes me super unmotivated and it kind of throws off my whole track. So I'm not going to weigh in this week, and next week I will have a weigh in, and hopefully this next week I'm able to fast more, and I will have more updates next week. So thanks so much for watching and indulging me in my travels, because I know that's a little bit off topic, but it's all kind of part of my goals and my healthy lifestyle that I'm trying to live. Losing weight to me is a lot about mobility and being able to more comfortably do the things that bring me joy, and hiking and going on adventures brings me a lot of joy and makes me happy and makes me feel alive. You know, when you have things that just like make you feel alive. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you next week. Good luck with your diet and with fasting this week. Let's have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye.